That was a moment that everything came together in one moment, which for me was totally unexpected. Like the disbelief, like, is this really happening? I think that keeps you at the top of the game too.
Sarina, you are receiving the Football Writers Association Tribute Award. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
How does it feel to get that recognition?
Yeah, of course, it's really special to get the recognition. It shows that, of course, the media is supporting us, following us, and through the media, of course, we get connected with our fans. And I'm very grateful that the media has done. Of course, with us, it starts with performing and trying to give our best and then win tournaments. Well, first of all, win games. And we've been very visible, and I'm very grateful that that English media and beyond have followed us and showed the world who we are and what we do.
Yeah. So before the trophies, the headlines, talk to me about what inspired you to move into coaching.
Yeah, from a very young age, I already knew that at that time I wanted to be a PE teacher.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't become a coach as a woman. And I just really, I love sports, specifically football. And I love to work with people. And like education has always been a big part of myself, and trying to help develop people has been a big part of myself too. So I knew at a very young age that I wanted to go to school and become a PE teacher, and straight on wanted to be a coach too.
Did you always have that leadership quality in you then from a young age? Were you like telling everyone else what to do?
Well, of course, I totally was not aware of that.
Yeah.
But when you ask people around me, they said yes. She was always, when things happen, I take action straight away, and I like to make decisions. So I think so, yes.
And back then, could you ever have dreamed that you'd be where you are and you would have won everything you've won, had all the recognition that you've had? Sometimes it must feel quite surreal.
Yeah, to be honest, yes, it does feel surreal, doesn't it? Of course, I always say, think big, but I couldn't have dreamt what has happened over the last, I would say, 10 years. Of course, first of all, how the women's game has grown, and then the opportunities now women have, especially in England. So still a lot of work to do, but you can become a professional football player now, but you also can become a professional coach. And I knew also, I was a player, I played for the Dutch national team, and I knew in the back of my head at one time I would love to become the head coach of the Netherlands at some point. Never planned anything, but never thought that I would become the coach of England. Couldn't even think of it, that it would be an opportunity. And then coming here, and I've been around here now for 4.5 years. And it has been a tremendous journey, of course. And of course, people, like there's so many people who have worked so hard to get where we are right now. So I'm so grateful that all these former generations have worked so hard to, to create a fundament for the women's game, like on the pitch and off the pitch. And I think that's also why we can flourish now.
Absolutely. You're known, of course, for your results, but also for your leadership. So what does a high-performance environment look like day to day under Sarina Wiegman?
Yeah.
It must be tough.
Well, sometimes, of course, it's tough, like every job is tough. No, I just, mainly I think, of course, I want the results, but I think the thing is trying to stay away from the result, trying to do what you think brings people together, and try to get people in the best possible position to be at their best. And that counts for me, but it's also for everyone around me. I think a big part of it that I'm just myself. Yeah. I really want to be myself, and I have to adapt to the new situation all the time, because what we talk about, the growth of the game, of course, the environment changes. And to adapt to that environment, just stick to your values, I think that's really important. And I just try to be like, high performance is trying to become better every single day for me. And also trying to develop, that's the same actually. And you can do that, and also like having honest conversations, but treat each other with a lot of respect. And so I would say be kind. Yeah. Be kind is not telling the truth, not having honest conversations, but be kind, trying to be supportive, be interested in each other, trying to learn about each other. And yeah. For example, I hate screaming. I don't like to scream. I don't think that helps people. But being kind, but being honest too, and trying, to challenge and support people.
Have you never had moments, though, when you have had to shout a bit? Surely, or no, or you always manage to keep calm? That's so impressive, Sarina.
I just don't believe in shouting.
Yeah,
I
fair.
think when you, I think sometimes firm, but that comes natural. I think, or emotion, when your emotions get too high, you start screaming because you're too emotional.
Yeah.
I don't think that should be the case. And of course, I'm a human being too. Of course, I'm emotional, but I'm trying to be calm, because that's our job too. When you're coaching, for example, a game, you have to observe. And when you're too emotional, screaming around, I'm just wondering, am I still observing in the right way? And can I support the team in the best possible way? And of course, yes, I've raised my voice at moments, but I don't think I've ever screamed.
It's that
At people,
ability.
sometimes scream, but not at people.
Yeah. It's that ability to keep calm, I suppose, which is why, you are where you are. But of course, being at the highest level does come with constant pressure. How do you deal with that? And do you still get nervous before big games
yes.
at all? Do you?
Yes, of course.
Wow, okay.
I think that's normal.
Yeah.
I don't think, if you don't have any nerves anymore, then I think you're at a stage that it doesn't count that much anymore for
You
yourself.
don't care anymore, maybe,
Well,
as much.
yeah. Well, of course, with experience comes that you become calmer.
Yeah.
But of course, I'm nervous. I think that keeps you at the top of the game too. So I think that's completely normal. So I embrace it. It's not always nice to feel, but of course, at the last Euros too, of course, I have been nervous, and of course, because you always, when we go in a game, you don't know what's going to happen, and you really want to win very badly, and. Yeah, coming back on the screen, like when we won the Euros, when we won the penalty shootout against Spain, I've been screaming for 5 minutes, I think. But not at people, just because we were so excited.
Enjoyment. Did you lose your voice?
Well, I felt a little bit on my voice. I'm not sure if I didn't lose my voice, but I didn't feel it afterwards.
This award recognises that leadership and success with England at the Euros. So when you look back to the tournament last summer, is there one moment in particular that really stands out for you? I mean, maybe it is literally in the final, I can imagine. Or another moment.
There were more moments.
Yeah.
There were more moments because, well, we know how insane this tournament was, how the development of the games went. It was so, until the final whistle went, you didn't know whether you were true or not. So that was really exciting, but it was kind of giving everyone heart attacks too. But I think the Italy game was a moment where when we scored that goal in extra time, where we were really fighting for that goal, and we did it. That was extraordinary. So that was very, very special, because from that moment I thought, okay, we're going to get it now. And of course, then later on, like, the consequences even more. Yeah. Well, every knockout game was like crazy. 2-0 down against Sweden, coming back. But Italy, that stands out a lot. Making, the final shot from Chloe. Well, she did that in Italy, and we had it in the rebound. And then this, like, the conviction she had, the calmness, she had her plan. And she was so convinced. At that moment, when you're so convinced to kick that ball in the back of the net, after you scored it in 2 stages against Italy, that is special.
It's like that elite mentality as well that I suppose sets these players and yourself apart from the likes of me. It's being able to have that mindset in those
the conviction
moments.
and belief that we're capable of doing these things. I've said it a couple of times. This last tournament, like. The tournaments have been incredible anyway that we played, like the Euros, the World Cup, and now these second Euros, well, when I am involved with the team, every tournament has been so special, and every tournament the team has been really, really bonded. But the team, this tournament, took it to another level. And these moments are so special. I can tell details in the game that players were really so convicted and still doing their task under the highest pressure while we're behind, or... That made so special, and that's not just done in the moment. That's all the work that has been done together towards that moment, and everyone accepting the role, the true belief and conviction that we could do it. We were, the team has said we've never done, and like, this is proper England. That's what we showed in the tournaments, and so much has development and work has been done before that moment. But then when everything comes together, then that's so special.
How important then are those shared moments in building that unity in the squad? Because that togetherness is so key, isn't it?
Yeah, I think every single, like, of course we have a big start with the team, but the ones who have really been really close to the team, like we're directly with the team, like the football technical part and team development. Of course, we have our plans how we want to play and how we want to reach things. Then we spread that out in the whole staff, and that's all connected with content, what we want to do, and with commercial partners, and comes back to what I said about how we want to play. And there's been a couple of really, for me, over the last couple of years in the stuff, like technical and organizational, has been some key players for me, like how we direct that and how we then lead and help the rest of the staff and everyone's support. So yeah, I can mention a couple, like Anja van Ginhoven, like the general manager, Arjen Furk, my assistant, of course, they left now, Tom Murray, things like the video analyst and like the details in planning things and all with the video analyst, and like Kay Cossington is a technical women's director who has done a tremendous job, like building like the bigger picture. She left now too. Martin Evans, who have played a big role, like performance-wise, and Kate Hayes with the team development. We're so connected, and I mentioned a couple of key players now, and that then spreads to the whole staff. That goes to the team, and then the preparation to the team. Those are shared moments towards the team, and the team, gets really committed. And then we share these moments. And in the tournament, you have a longer period of time together. And then we share things together, and everything comes together then. That's what you're trying to do. And that's what happens. Well, maybe I say a lot of things, but that's really bringing people together and get everyone in the super strengths in the staff and the players. And then the competitive advantage was that we were so bonded. And other teams have been really bonded too, but I think we had just the final edge.
And you really feel that from the outside looking in with this England team, for sure, and with yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it's noticeable, for sure.
Yeah, I felt it too. I felt it in 22, I felt it in the World Cup, but this was even more different. It was really special.
Yeah. Oh, I love that, Sarina.
Yeah. So hopefully we can create that again, but
we'd love
hard
that.
work. Yeah.
It
will never ever take
really
it for
hard.
granted. Yeah. You talk about sometimes you see it might look simple, but of course sometimes it's hard. When things go well, you see the good parts, but it's when the cameras are not on, then. Of course, we also have some hard moments.
It's because you make it look easy, Sarina. That's why.
Well, it didn't look easy in the summer, did it?
I was on the edge of my seat for quite a while in Switzerland, to be fair.
Yeah.
But also that kind of makes it even more special as a supporter watching as well. It is an emotional roller coaster, and then at the end, it's just pure elation, and it kind of, I don't know, means even more in a way because it's been a journey to get to that point. And I don't know if that's how you guys felt.
Yeah, of course, it is a journey, and I enjoyed that part. Everyone talks about the journey, but it truly is that way. And like I share, like when I talk with the group about, this is where we were last year around this time. We tried to do this, we couldn't do it because we weren't ready for it. Then we changed, and then players, the team gets involved. We do, and we figure out, okay, we wanted to do this, but we're going to tweak a little bit because we don't think it's the right moment. And then the players ask for something, and then we do it. So it's like you do things together, and that is a journey. And I think, of course, it's a lot more enjoyable than when you win. And then it becomes more visible too, because people talk about it all the time. The results, when the results wouldn't have been great, still that journey very special. But then it's hard to feel it and see it then.
Yeah, totally. You've of course won 3 European Championships in a row, which is just unbelievable. Is there one thing in particular, one moment that still gives you goosebumps when you think about it? I know that's hard because you've achieved so much, Sarina, but is there like one moment or memory that just still gives you those goosebumps tingles?
Well, most of all, these goose. There's more. There's a lot of them. But I think a couple of moments that are personal things. So, for example, and that's a long time ago when the Euros in 2017, when it started, and then at that time it was in the Netherlands. And I knew the whole journey, like as a little girl, I was not allowed to play football. And my parents just said, if you want to play football, you're just going to play football. If you enjoy it, go. And they always encouraged me to go for what I love the most. And I'm so grateful that they did it that way, because I had friends, girls, that were not allowed to play because it was for boys. And then when you play a tournament in your own country and you go to the opening game and you have, that's like crowded. And like in the morning, I wake up for that opening game in the Netherlands, and I just texted my dad, and I was so grateful for him, and that was really emotional. And come in the stadium, and there's like 20,000 people there, and I see my husband straight away standing in the. Those are moments that are very grateful. And come and then have the celebrations after the tournament. The celebrations we had after 22, but now when we came back from Switzerland. And we went to Buckingham Palace, and you see all these people, and I see the joy of the players and the disbelief, like, is this really happening? Those are the very special moments, because you see the impact. You see the impact on society. And of course, that's then you're really like the media is really important too, to bring it to the people, and the people come to watch it live, but also on TV. That's incredible, and that's the impact you have, and hopefully that's what we really want. Like, have a little bit influence on changing society in a positive way, and create opportunities for girls, kids, boys and girls, to play football or do whatever sport they want to do, and go after what they love the most, and get support and get opportunities, in my case for girls and women, to become a professional footballer or to become a professional coach. That's the change that we hope to make. I hope to make, and have a little bit of contribution to that.
Yeah, I think you've already made quite a big contribution to that, Sarina. Talking of the Victory Parade last summer, I mean, you've obviously achieved so much. We've seen you so excited numerous times. I've never seen you as excited as you were when Burna Boy came out onto the stage, Sarina.
I've never seen myself so excited.
What was that like for you when you look back that moment?
Yeah. Well, you know, that was a moment that everything came together in one moment, which for me was totally unexpected. And I was really relaxed, not like really focused. Next game, what are we going to do tactically? Who do I need to talk to?
Yeah.
How are we going to do like the setup of the training, like together with staff, of course. So I was totally relaxed and let everything, you know, I enjoyed the parade, and I watched some players and stuff and thought, this is really, really amazing. Well, maybe that's not even expressed in the right way, but this was incredible what's happening. And then, of course, they said, well, there'll be some surprises. But I thought, okay, some surprise, so we're going to party a little bit. And then all of a sudden, then Burna Boy came with my most favorite song. And I was so surprised and so excited that I thought, oh, I'm just go for it. Well, I didn't even think, actually.
Yeah.
So it was... that was one of the highlights of the summer too, to be honest.
Honestly,
I think everyone enjoyed afterwards. I thought, did I embarrass myself a little bit too much? But
no, not at all. It was.
I always tell my daughters I'm a very good dancer. Hopefully I proved that a little bit.
You are a good dancer, Sarina. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Honestly, it was an iconic moment. We're going to have to wrap up in a minute, but what I do want to ask you is, for any young girls watching who dream of not only being a footballer, but also a leader, what advice would you give them?
Go for it. Stick with your values, but adapt to the environment around you, but stick to your values, and don't let you being pushed back. Just go for it.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much. It's been brilliant to chat to you, and congratulations again on your award.
Thank you very much.